Alright, what is going on, guys? First and foremost, I appreciate the feedback on the breakout video. That was awesome. I know I tried to switch it up and I made it way too long. I know I was talking a lot and rambling a lot, but I didn't realize it was like 13 minutes, so I do apologize for that. If you guys watched the whole video, I mean, by all means, I thank you so very much, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this one short and simple. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, first hill, depending on what side you spawn on, the initial break, everybody's just going to throw just like 7 nades over the bridge. That's the only thing. Everything blows up on this bridge. They're just going to launch them, and then depending on, if they get kills or whatever, then they're going to jump on the hill. But as a player like me, I'm going to stop calling this like an anchoring series. I'm still going to title the video anchoring, but it's really not. Anyway, as a player like me, your only job is to watch over your teammates, play these headies, the both sides of the bridge, because whatever I say for one side, you can apply to the other. So if I'm talking about everything on this side, you can just like flip it, do everything on that side. So if I'm sitting on this heady, watching over my team, the only time I should be getting into the hill is if it's a rotation. They die, they get naded, etc. I'll go ahead and flood in, and then they'll spawn behind me. They'll pick up what I was watching. And that's how it normally goes in all hardpoint scenarios. Now, the thing about this hill is split spawns are really prevalent, other than when you get the initial kills. So if you win your break, you get like 3 or 4 dead, they're going to respawn in their original spawn. If you push through, at that point, your team needs to be communicating where they are spawning, because that tells everybody else on the team where the other team is spawning. So say we spawn on this side, right? We get a clean 4 dead, they're going to respawn back there again. But if we spawn on this side and somebody pushes up like bus or C2 and they die, but they spawn broken, that means they're going to be coming from graveside, and you need to call that out. Now, my team calls this C2 and C1, call-outs or whatever. Like I said in the other video, it's still early in the game, so everybody's different. Those are huge parts. You need to be watching those from the hill. You can pick it up from the vans and stay down. Both windows are really good spots. You just have to stay down from like teams jumping on the bus back there and like grave tank and things like that. But anyway, bullet points, hill number 1, watch for splits, watch over your teammates. Moving on to hill numero dos. So depending on which side you want to rotate, usually I like to rotate through broken side. It's just easier, more advantageous. You're not gonna come through market steps and break the hill. That's just point blank period. The power position on this hill is top plat. Now, when I rotate off of the first hill, if I'm getting scrap, or even if I'm not getting scrap, my only play for this hill right now is to get top plat. Even if my team doesn't have control of the hill, you can easily break it from top plat. Now, the other team is also going to be trying to get this, so you have to be a little bit careful. You can see essentially the entire hill from up here. So it's a huge power position. Make sure your team has this. Now, when you're rotating off the last hill, I'll go through, hallway, whatever. A couple really good spots is here, because you can see C2, but you have to be careful because they can see you as well. And then you can call out the bridge cross. Say you can call if they're going top plat, lower street, something like that. You can see if they come through bar. Now, again, communication is massive in this game. If you don't see anything, you need to be wary that they're coming behind you and they're going to be in bed. And at that point, you're not useless, but you need to reposition yourself to a point where you'll help your team out more, which is this heady, because they're going to be coming through hallway. Unless they take a long route C2, which is basically never happens, you're going to be in hallway watching that side. The hill is more of your teammate's job if you're top plat. If you're not top plat, there are a couple spots on the hill that I'm sure a couple of you guys do know about, but for those of you that don't, there are really good spots in this hill. Behind the tree is one of them. You have to be a little bit careful because you can't go out of the map right here. Sitting right here, you cannot be seen from market steps whatsoever. It's kind of hard to find you because they're going to be looking and checking all the usual spots, and at that point, you should be able to get that kill. They'll be flying in the hill trying to find you. Most of the time, you just want to look at your bedroom because that player top plat should have your hallway and things like that. So, the rotation. Now, this is, highlight this bit, like, literally bullet points, stars, like, guns, just, this is the part of the video I want you guys to pay attention to, okay? The rotation to third hill. This entire hill right now is not useless, but in the grand scheme of things, it's useless. This hill right now, if you spawn market steps at any point during this hill, hold, okay? I'm telling you guys right now. Unless it's like 50 seconds left, and you can just go bedroom or something like that. If there is above 30 seconds and above, 35 seconds and above, do not push this hill. Episode one more time. Do not push the hill. 35 and below seconds left. Do not do it. You're going to screw your team, and you're going to get spawned out, and you're going to get bitched at. So, if you spawn market, your team's holding all that bike scrap, fantastic. Your job is, if you rotate, you need to hold bridge. Point blank period. Your teammates will rotate off the old hill. They'll pick up curve. They'll pick up lobby. They'll pick up market. Whatever. Your job is to hold bridge. Period. That's a good spot if you guys didn't know about it. Hold bridge. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Sit in the hill. Get information for bridge. You don't have to challenge shit. You don't have to do anything other than just call out. Play corners in the hill. Now, if you're solo in the hill trying to make a hero play, jumping up and down over everything, great play. Everybody does it. Really good for information. Sometimes you can get a kill with it. So, you rotate off old hill. These next two hills are the only hills on this entire map that I'm stressing this entire video, okay? Just win these hills, guys. It's a huge rotational gunfight battle. Now, a play off of old, I'm going to go back. A play off of bike that's really good is to go top plat, go around C2, which is that curve over there, and reflank the spawners that are going to be coming this way. It's a really, really good play if you're getting scrapped. But anyway, back to this hill. Your job is, if you're in hill, hold bridge. Your teammates will get market. The huge thing that you need to watch is curve. So the other team is basically going to be spawning bike shop. And at that point, their play is also going to be reflanking C2, going market steps, which is basically a death trap, and going from bedroom and lobby into curve or coming out of lobby door. Now, your teammates will have that, obviously, and like I said before, your job in the hill is to watch bridge, but that is going to be the other team's play to break, period. There's, like, flooding market steps is, like I said, essentially a death trap, and flooding over bridge can be good, but only if you get to, like, the wall runs or, like, pushed up in curve. Alright, so bullet point for second and third hill. Second hill, top plat control is #1 priority. It's a scrap hill, essentially. The more important is the rotation. And 3, if you're in the hill, that tree spot's really good. You know, find a good corner and hold your bedroom and market. Bullet points for the third hill. Rotate 35 seconds and below, even 45 seconds and below. Just this hill is the most important in the map. So, your job is, if you're in the hill, is to call out bridge and call out where they are not. So your teammates can pick that up and help them call out where they are, like bridge and things like that, and where they're not, which can also be bridge, because then that tells your team they're breaking through curve, lobby, or market. At that point, you should have a couple call outs to help you guys out. So the rotation to this hill. If you get broken or you hold it, and then the other team is also still going to be spawning bike, guys. So at that point, they're going to be rotating through top street, and they're going to be rotating through middle map, which is like the hallway going through bar. And then if you're getting scrap time, you're going to be coming over bridge, obviously. So the gunfights, the most important gunfights, are going to be in the back of this hill. Now these two hills are the huge money hills. This is where teams can rack up almost 3/4 of their points, really, if they hold both of them. So rotating in, huge power positions. I mean, it could be all the way in the back over here, where at this point you might get screwed, but if you play it well and, like, say you hide, wait for them to get a little bit pushed up so they're not on headies or anything like that, it's a good play. The car back here I really like, because you can see pretty much everything. The windows are pretty much tinted, so you really can't see anything back here, so it's a really good spot if you were trying to hold the back. And the gunfights are going to be happening over here, because they're going to be spawning bike shop and, like, on the old hill, basically, on the third hill. So you have people in hill, and they're going to have somebody holding bikes. So they're going to be coming lower street, and they're going to be coming scaffolding, and they could take the long route to come through bar or reflank C2. So you're going to need somebody in the back, like I said, which is usually me, to hold this side, which is more the priority, I would say, because if they get in the back, then that basically secures their team the hill. And at that point, if they're in the back, they're going to spawn you guys out deep in the grave. But if you block those bike spawns, they're going to spawn grave, and then at that point, you can just, like, float peek bridge, go on the wall run heady, and things like that. It's really easy to hold, as long as you guys don't die out of the back. Like I said in the last video, bullet points for this hill: rotate early. Once again, if you're getting scrapped, emphasize to your team to rotate early. Even if you guys are getting scrapped, that doesn't mean you're a useless player. That means you can call out, you know, tell your team what they need to be doing. Stress things like that to them to make sure that they're on the ball as well. My job on this hill: hold the back, sit maybe in the hill. There's another really good spot that I actually really like. It's on, if you sit on this heady right here, you're in the hill, so you can pre-aim the bridge if, you know, if they're flying high on you, things like that. It's really good. Spots behind the car in the D back, so you can maybe play it a little bit slower, like Yuli used to do. I know he's famous for that in hardpoint. Just slow it down, let people run in front of you, shoot them both in the back. And then rotating into this hill, which is again more of a scrap hill. 1, 2, and 5 are all scrap hills on this map. 3 and 4 are the money hills. This hill, it's the same as the first hill, really. All about splits. Your communication is massive on this hill. We're spawning market steps, back broken. They're going to be spawning first hill, like deep into grave, really, and then over in market. So those are the main spawns for this hill. And again, communication is huge. Your teammates need to be calling out where they are spawning, so you can turn and look at what you need to look at. If you're in hill, a couple of good spots behind the door. Be where this is wall bangable. Laying down on both sides is actually really good, because, like, if you say you lay down close, you can watch your own C2. Somebody can watch over you. They're not going to, like, look down immediately to try to find you. And then the headies, my play normally is just watch over the hill. Top plat, again, is huge. Top plat's a really big power position on this map. If they're spawning market or coming through bed or something like that, it's a really good spot, because you can just cut them off. Bullet points for this one more time. Team communication, call out where you are spawning. A couple spots in the hill that are really good. I just showed you guys, laying down on both sides, laying down behind the doors. Line of sight, sitting on the plant to watch C2 door and bar is really good as well. And then pushing out to make sure you can pick up your market steps in your bedroom for your team. Flanks are really, really prevalent on this hill, so you guys have to be a little bit worried about that. Usually the person on hill should be picking up the flanks, so like the person on the door can be watching C2 or bar, things like that. So, quick overview of the map one more time for you guys like I did in the last video. Number 1, splits are huge. Call out where you guys are spawning. Off the break, kills are the most important, obviously. If you get like a fresh 4 down, they're going to respawn back where they spawned. Say this, if they're spawning broken, you get a fresh 4 down, they're going to spawn there again. Same goes for the other side. And then as time starts winding down, you want to rotate. Depending on which side you like, I prefer going through bar to plat. Plat is massive, so bullet points for number 2. Player plat kills. Worry about market steps, worry about bed. Make sure you're picking up your own flank so your team doesn't have to worry about top plat sitting in that plank corner to watch your C2 door or your bar door. Or if your teammates are spawning in the other side of the map, turn around, pick up your own hallway. Bullet points for number 3, rotate extremely early, guys. Very, very early. Pick up your own bridge, call it out to your team. If they're not rotating bridge, that's their job to pick up market, C1, and lobby door. And then you can help them at that point. The 3 and 4 are huge money hills. Number 4, get into the back and stay alive. Your life is massive back there. Those hills will win you guys this game. If you lose every other hill or split every other hill in this map, but you win those, you're going to win the map every 10 times out of 10. So 3 and 4, staying alive in the back, playing information, and don't get overzealous and challenge something that you don't need to. So like if you see somebody bridge and you want to take that one-on-one, chances like if you're confident in your gun skill and you think you can win that but you don't, you're going to lose your team that hill. Point blank period. If you die out of the hill, that's a straight shot for them to get in. Same goes for the other hill. Don't take a gunfight that you know you cannot win. And then number 5, it's the same as the first one. Worry about your split spawns. Call out where you're spawning to your teammates. Make sure they are calling out where they are spawning. And then pick up your pinches. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and do Scorch next because I think that map is really straightforward. And I think you guys are pretty easy to understand. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.